Hey guys, Toxi here. Recently, Luxthos has released a couple updates to the WeakAuras, which are quite important. So, because of that reason, I am making a new WeakAuras customization guide. Now, before you continue with this guide, I highly recommend that you check out the Luxthos video for WeakAuras. It is around 40 minutes long, but it's packed with a lot of useful information and will explain almost everything that you need to know about how to correctly use Luxthos WeakAuras. Now, here on the screen, you can see what the default Luxthos WeakAuras look like when you first import them, and it can use a little bit of a touch-up, a little bit of customization to make them look nicer. So first things first, let's open the WeakAuras configuration screen by typing /WA. Then select that top level group for your class, so in this case it's Luxthos Rogue for me. We're gonna start in the group tab. In the group tab, what we're gonna do is anchor the WeakAuras to our own ToxiUI WeakAuras anchor. So select the option select frame, make sure set parent to anchor is enabled, and then type ToxiUI WA anchor. And don't get afraid that they get hidden or something. That is because the ToxiUI WeakAuras anchor has the same visibility behavior as our unit frames. So if I close it and I hover my unit frames, you can see that the WeakAuras appear as well. And of course, don't forget to set the Y offset to 0. The next step we're gonna do is go to expand the main group, go to resources, select the Castbar, go to the load tab, and select never. We don't want to use Luxthos WeakAuras Castbar because it's a bit less functional than the LVY one, and it doesn't fit our whole design. Then we can go back to the main group and go to custom options straight ahead. Under global style, make sure that this looks correct, like the borders are 1:1, icon zoom is 30, and here we can select a different resource bar texture. Usually I use Toxi left, but you can choose whatever looks best for you. Then in the alpha settings, optionally you can select mount at alpha 0, and that makes it that when we mount up, the WeakAuras disappear. And basically the last steps are fixing our icon sizes, spacings, and also fonts. In ToxiUI, we maintain a 4:3 aspect ratio on almost every icon that we can do, so we're gonna do the same. In the dynamic effects section, we're gonna make the width 40 and the height 30. And we're also gonna increase the bottom margin to 20 so that it does not overlap with the resource bar font. Then we increase spacing 2 and change the font to ToxiUI. And then we basically repeat this for every single group, so core icons 48 is fine, let's do font first. 48 is fine, then 36, then do the spacing 2. And for overflow icons, 44 is also fine, we can do 33 here, spacing 2. And then change the position to be below main icons, and the resource position to be above core icons. Side icons we do not use, so I'm gonna skip this part. Then for utilities, the same as for dynamic effects, also 40 and 30. Spacing goes to 2. And change the font to ToxiUI. And exactly the same for maintenance icons, ToxiUI font, 40 width, 30 height, spacing 2. And we are almost done. Now you can see the icons look nicer already. But the last thing we're gonna do is fix the bars a bit. So go back to the WA section. And basically for every bar that you use, just reduce the bar size by around half. So usually I use bar height 10, and for less important resources, bar height 5. So, for example, energy bar is 20, I'm gonna change that to 10, and then also change the font to be M900, which is quite bold, and increase the size to 24. So with that single change, you can already see the energy bar looks way cleaner, and then just go through every single one as well. Combo points, I'm gonna do that for 10, the others I don't care about right now. So this looks almost perfect right now. The only thing I like to do as well is offset the resource bar font a bit higher. So I'm gonna do that right now. Go to resources, in this case energy, select the display tab, scroll down till you see the font, text 1, and then change the anchors. So I'm gonna go bottom anchor to frames top, and then offset by 5, -5. And there we go. And do note that after once you're done customizing your WeakAuras, it's recommended to do a UI reload just to avoid any potential issues. And now for your other characters, for your alt characters, the process is the same, but a little bit shorter, and I'm going to show you how to make that little trick. So again, we open, WeakAuras page, select the frame anchor, do this same shit, set the offset to 0, then disable the Castbar. And now I'm gonna open the rogue WeakAuras that I just set up, right click General Options, copy settings and select Custom Configuration. Then go back to my Death Knight WeakAuras, select the General Options and hit Paste Custom Configuration. And what this does basically is automatically set up all the general options that we already did, so like all the fonts for the icons and also the icon sizes plus spacing. So the only thing left to do for us now is just clean up the resource bars. And to do that, we again just go to Custom Options and go through all our bars. So 10 for runic power, I'm gonna increase this a bit more. And then for runes, I'm gonna do 10 height and ToxiUI font. And as a finishing touch, just gonna offset the runic power text. So again, bottom, top, -5. And that's it. I set up my alt character in what, like a minute? I mean, maybe 2, but it would be less if I wasn't, explaining this. So yeah, the process is quite easy. And as a final note, do remember that after you update WeakAuras through Wago or WeakAuras Companion or do a manual update, all the manual stuff you did outside of custom options has to be repeated again. So you will again need to set up the anchor in the group tab, disable Castbar, and also update the offset here. All the custom options that you set up, those will not get touched, those will remain the same throughout updates. Thank you for watching and see you next time.